The world says, don't reveal who you really are. Hide your mess. Be strong. Live in superficiality. God says, don't hide your brokenness. Be transparent and vulnerable. Show your weakness. Live authentically. Years ago, I chose to abandon worldly wisdom and follow God's wisdom, and His path set me free. The truth that God showed me is that there's beauty in brokenness. 2 Corinthians 4:7 says something very interesting about those who genuinely follow God. The Apostle Paul writes, "But we have this treasure in jars of clay, to show that the surpassing power belongs to God and not to us." The Greek word for jars of clay refers to clay pots that were cheap, breakable, and replaceable. When Paul writes this, he refers to these clay jars as containers that hold household garbage and human waste. This is how Paul viewed himself, as a trash can, lowly and common, expendable and replaceable. But God, this is who He uses: the lowly, the frail and expendable people, the trash cans of life. God makes it clear here that salvation is a result of His power and not any power His messengers could ever generate. The great power of God overcomes and transcends the clay pot. The messenger's weakness is not fatal to what a person does. It is essential. In other words, the weaker the person, the more clearly God's grace shines forth. This is why Paul could say that God's power is made perfect in His weakness. So what does this mean for us? Let the world see our cracks. Let them see our brokenness. Why? What's in our brokenness that the world sees the power of God and the Holy Spirit shining through you? This is what brings God glory. Let us never forget that our brokenness and recognition of that brokenness is so beautiful to the Lord.